Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Friday and it's time for another video. And today I want to talk to you about one of the most fun, most interesting magic conventions I've been to in a long time. And that's the Ferrybridge Day of Magic. Now, last Sunday, myself and Ryland and Matt were invited to the Ferrybridge Day of Magic. Now, if you don't know what the Ferrybridge Day of Magic is, it's organised by Danny and Steph Hunt, along with an incredible team that surrounds them. And this convention has been going for 30 years. And it's a one-day convention. It's very low-key, and it's been going for 30 years, and they've had some of the biggest names of magic on this convention. And I just need to give a shout out to the Ferrybridge Day of Magic. Now, before I do want to tell you that on this video, you're going to get to see Ryland's full performance there as well, including the Harry Potter act and a bunch of other stuff that he was doing. So stick around for that. But I have to tell you, right, when I first got into magic, many years ago, there were a lot of one-day conventions that were kind of in like a little village hall, and you'd come along and it was very much a social thing. You'd be chatting to people, you'd be keeping up, because, you know, before the internet, that's how you kind of chatted to other magicians outside of your local society. You'd go to conventions and catch up, and there were a lot of conventions like the Ferrybridge Day of Magic that was one-day conventions. Then over the years, that's kind of dissipated away, and that's kind of gone away, and now a lot of the conventions that you get are super commercial. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Blackpool. I am the biggest Blackpool fan in the world. I honestly think that Christmas for magicians is in February, and I'm a big supporter of the Blackpool Magic Convention. I love Russ Brown, I love Russ Stevens, I love Guy Barrett. I think that what they're doing is amazing. However, it's kind of almost like when you're at the Blackpool Magic Convention, you're in a whirlwind 3 or 4 days. Like, you're just being dragged all over the place. I can be at the convention for 4 days and not see people who I haven't seen for years, and then afterwards I'm like, were you there? Yeah, I didn't see you, I didn't see you, because there's thousands of magicians there. You can't go and see everything. There's so much going on, and it's incredible, but it's kind of very intense. And then you have the session convention, which I also think is great. You know, Josh and Andy do a great job of that, but it is very sort of commercialized now, if you know what I mean. It's less about the sessioning and it's more about kind of what's going on and what's happening. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way that conventions are. I'm gearing up to go to Magic Live soon, and I know that at Magic Live, it's going to be the same sort of thing. And you know what? Going to the Ferrybridge Day of Magic was like going back in time. It's almost like time stood still when I walked into that building, and it was great. There were some dealers that I hadn't really seen before. I spent some money on the dealers, bought some stuff that I'd never seen, and they were very old school dealers. It was less of a, you know, you walk into a lot of modern conventions and you see the most incredible dealer stands ever. You know, you go and look at Blackpool and you have Vanishing Ink with their giant bouncy castle, and you have, you know, like these wonderful stands, you know, like Paul Martin with his Pro Magic Academy stand that looks like it's an Apple showroom. This kind of went back to the old days, you know, where it's like a jumble sale and you're digging through this second-hand stuff, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, I haven't seen this for years. This is amazing. I had one of these 30 years ago. I didn't know you could get this anymore. You know, these are the sort of places that you go to and you find real hidden gems that nobody else is doing because it's lost in the annals of time. Castle Magic, which is Danny and Steph Hunt's sort of company, they bought it, and it's a second-hand magic dealership, and, you know, like antique magic and so on and so forth. I could spend hours just looking through all of their stuff and like, oh my god, I can't believe you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. I spent a long time looking around the dealers. Ryland and myself and Matt had a great time. Thomas Maloney was there, Danny Ragg was there, Danny's wife Sam was there. It had a real family feel. It was very low pressure. Mark Wild and Eva Magic Girl were there. You know, it was just great. It was a great convention. There should be more people coming to conventions like this because you pay almost nothing to go there. It's a great social event. I saw some amazing magic, but then you see some great other stuff going on as well. So, you know, I did a lecture. I lectured on some stuff that I've never lectured on before. So a lot of the people that were watching that lecture saw some stuff that I've never lectured on before. Chris Rawlins was there doing a lecture. And Chris was brilliant. You know, he had an idea with Digital Force Bag that I think is one of the best things that I've seen in magic in the last 20 years. And I'm not kidding. it's going to go straight into my act. I think it's absolutely genius. And the second he showed it in the lecture, I was like, damn, that's good. Why did I not think of that? That is fantastic. Great lecture. And then you had the gala show. And the gala show this year was very much dominated by Magic TV. So first of all, I went on and I did 15 minutes. And, you know, if you guys have seen me perform on stage before, you know the sort of stuff I did. I did my cards across routine. I did Destination Mistake from the net tricks. I did that sort of stuff. Then Matt went on, and you're going to see some of the stuff Matt did in the Matt test next week. But he performed for the very first time Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis. And next week, we're going to use that footage to do the first ever live Matt test, or Craig test, which is really cool. But Matt did an amazing job. I'm so proud of Matt. Like, seriously, a couple of years ago, he didn't even know what a double lift was. And technically, he still doesn't. But a couple of years ago, he didn't know anything about magic at all. He was that guy that would comically freak out at every single trick that I showed him. And now, 2 years later, he's there owning the stage on the gala show of a magic convention, having performed at the Bear Pit at Blackpool and the House of Secrets and, you know, the Curious Cabaret. The list goes on and on and on. I'm so proud of Matthew Cluley. I really am. The guy, I wouldn't say this to him if he was here, but the guy is inspirational. And I know there's a lot of people that watch Magic TV that have been inspired to perform because of Matt, and rightfully so. Damn, what he's doing is so good. And then you had Ryland closing the show. Danny made it in no uncertain terms. He wanted Ryland there this year. I think me and Matt were booked as hanger-oners. It was all about Ryland, wanting him to be there. Danny was the judge in the Young Magician of the Year competition, and he came up afterwards. Danny and Steph were judges, and they both came up afterwards, and they were like, oh my God, we love Ryland's Harry Potter act. Could he do that at Ferrybridge? So we went along, and Ryland closed with the Harry Potter act, but he also did some other stuff. He did his flying linking rings and his light act, which is super fun as well. And you're going to see that performance in a bit. But yeah, the entire convention was great. It wasn't much money. They had amazing bacon sandwiches and cheesecake, I'll tell you that much. The entire thing was super fun. And look, they're doing Ferrybridge every single year. They're already planning 2025. And I'm telling you right now, I will say the same thing to everybody here that I said to Danny, Hunt and Steph, which is I am all in on helping them. This is, for me, what magic should be all about. We are a community. We should be lifting each other up. We should be socializing and loving magic and gathering together to talk about magic and show magic. And, you know, the problem is sometimes it becomes a bit red tape. It becomes a bit bureaucratic. I'm seeing that an awful lot at the moment inside the magic circle, and it makes me want to kind of just walk away, to be perfectly honest, because that's not what magic is meant to be about. Magic is meant to be fun. It's meant to be enjoyable. It's a hobby that we should enjoy, not get dragged down with red tape and crap. And that's what this convention was all about. That's what this convention was all about. And Danny and Steph and the rest of their team have built up this wonderful convention up in Ferrybridge, up in Yorkshire. I will be there every single year. Unless I'm physically unable to make it or I've got the gig of my life, I will be there every single year, happily supporting this convention, because conventions like the Ferrybridge Day of Magic, Wessex Day of Magic, Leeds Magic Jam, these one-day conventions that you see, that we don't want them to die off. These are really important in the community. So this is a video, a twofold video. Number one, to say congratulations to Danny and Steph Hunt for putting this incredible convention on. Congratulations on 30 years, and also a message to every single person here, which is go and support Ferrybridge Day of Magic. It's a fantastic day. It doesn't go on too late. It's on a Sunday. It finishes at about 6 o'clock, which means that you've got the evening to go off and get back home or whatever. But I had a thoroughly amazing time. My hat is off to Matt and Ryland and Chris and everybody who was involved in the convention and making it happen. It's great. It's fantastic. I can't believe I've never been there before, but I will absolutely, definitely be back. Now, for those people that have stuck around through all of that, I just want to say to you right now that you're about to see Ryland's act. So thanks to Thomas Maloney. Thomas filmed all of Ryland's act at the Ferrybridge Day of Magic. It's about 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long. Danny said he wanted him to do 20 minutes, so Ryland obviously did 25. But, you know, I'm super proud of Ryland. You know, I Super proud of him. If you go back and look at the very first episode of Magic TV, the Craig and Ryland review show, episode 1 in the archives, go and have a look at it. Ryland could barely say boo to a ghost. He was 7 years old. He had no stage presence at all. And over the last, he's 11 now, over the last 4 years, he's performed on stage constantly. He's got better, he's got better, he's got better. Experiences like Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, and performing in America and performing at more gigs than most professional magicians do, has really given him a really great grounding. He has, acting lessons 2 or 3 times a week. He has regular lessons on vocal projection, about standing on stage, all of this stuff. The kid's all in. He wants to be a magician, and I think the only thing that's ever going to stop him from doing that is becoming a teenager and finding out about boobs. But at the moment, we're good. So I'm super proud of Ryland. I really am, and I want to. I just want to show you the performance from Ferrybridge Day of Magic. So thanks to Thomas Maloney for filming this. This is Ryland's performance from the Ferrybridge Day of Magic. I hope you enjoy it. Have a great Saturday. Next week, we're going to be back with another Talk Magic. But until then, I'll see you again soon. Here's Ryland's act. Thanks very much. Have a great day. My name's Craig from Magic TV.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think
to teach you a simple trick.
Right, you need to put your mouth coat. There's a button at the back. Don't worry, nobody's noticed.
Okay, there we go. Right, would you all like to see a, would you all like to learn a simple trick? Yeah. Okay, well, you've got to promise that you're not going to tell anyone. So all you're going to do is you're going to raise your right hand up in the air and copy me. I. State your name.
State your name.
So that again.
I.
My name.
My name.
Try it again.
I.
Try it with my name. No. How about your name? Your name.
Your name.
Right. I'll just trust you. It's fine. I'll have to trust you. Whatever. Okay. Well, I'll show you the trick anyway. All it is a cane. Now, obviously, there's two colours on the cane, red and white, and we're going to try and make this cane disappear. Are you ready? All you've got to do is shout abracadabra on the count of 3. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, right, on the count of 3. Everybody together, abracadabra. 1, 2, 3!
Abracadabra.
I swear half of you didn't say abracadabra. No. Look, we'll try again. Everybody in this room shout abracadabra as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3!
Abracadabra.
It's not really shouting, is it? Look, we'll try it one last time. Shout it as loud as you possibly can. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3!
Abracadabra.
Great job. You did it. Now, how many of you said you want to learn it? Okay, the rest of you can get out now. So, yeah. No, I'm being serious. No, you didn't do the prompt. It's fine. Look, it's fine. I'll teach you anyway. You see, all it is when I came out stage, I had 2 handkerchiefs on my nose. I blew the handkerchiefs out my nose and sniffed the cane up my nose. And half of you do not believe me. Look, I can prove it. Do you want me to prove it? Yeah. Look, if I'm telling the truth, I have now got the cane up my nose, and I'll get it out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll try that again on the count of 3. This time a little bit harder of a blow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, look, get ready for the biggest nose blow you've ever seen on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. Is that okay? There you go. Oh, it's got bogies on it. Never mind. Okay. Right, anyway. Right. Okay. Would you like to see the first trick I ever learned? Yes. The first trick I ever learned involves a coin, and all it was is just a simple trick of making the coin disappear and appearing somewhere else. Now, the thing is, if I did it here, I could be hiding it anywhere. I'm on a big stage. So, I've adapted to it and I made it so it's a little bit easier for you guys to watch. I've got a coin stand now, and I've also got a bucket. Watch this. There you go. Okay. Right. Now, I'd like to show you something that involves, well, it looks really, I don't really know how to describe it, but it looks really cool. All I can say really is just, watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. Charlie Puth.
Thank you. Now, as Danny mentioned, at the Young Magician of the Year, I did something called my Harry Potter act. Now, I'm a kid, but I'm also a magician. Now, being a kid magician is awesome because I can do things that other kids can't. Take a Rubik's Cube, for example. Usually take ages to solve a Rubik's Cube like this. But because I'm a magician, I can solve it in just a little shape. Now, if I wanted to, I could solve it without even touching it. So I can solve it in mid, air. Now, there are other reasons why being a kid magician is so awesome. Most kids, They like to pretend they're characters from films. But if I want to pretend my character from a film, all I have to do is use my magic. Let me explain. My favourite film is Harry Potter. If I want to become Harry Potter, the first thing I'm going to need is an owl. That'll do nicely. Now the next thing I need is my book and my broomstick. I've got my book and I've got my broomstick.
Ryland! Nice of you to join us. Welcome to Hogwarts. Okay, class, listen up. Lesson 1. Evanesca, the vanishing spell. Try to vanish those flowers and don't forget, enunciate. Very good, Ryland. Now, for lesson 2, the manipulation of light. Use the spell Lumos and illuminate. Very good, Ryland. Now, Accio, the summoning spell. Try with something simple, like a feather. Excellent, Ryland. Now attempt to transform the feather. Use the spell Transfiguration. Yes, Ryland, stop showing off. Next lesson is levitation. Try it with that helium-filled balloon. Now listen carefully. The spell is Wingardium Leviosa. Try to use your charm to extract the helium. Ryland, concentrate! Remember, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Excellent, Ryland. Very well done. But not really levitation. Try using real magic and make the balloon rise once more. Excellent, Ryland. Now, the final lesson of today. Fire making. You can look up the spell in your book. Try to light the candles and remember, incendio! Wonderful, Ryland. Excellent work. Now put everything you've learnt together. Very impressive, right? Class is over for today. You're going to make a wonderful wizard. But how about some extra credit? Try to bring back the flowers from earlier and make them much, much bigger. You can use the spell Engorgio! It is way past your bedtime. Get to bed and put your lights out!